if we go to any markets now, you find all kinds of smuggled item that is in the markets, and there goes the jobs of teaming Nigerians. Custom is directly responsible for the death of our industries in this country because they allow everything come through our shores. And like I said, you don't need to go to the border communities. Just go from that Lagos-Ibadan Express between Ogun. Just stay there. The cars that are coming from the port, you can tell because you see the sticker port on it. The cars that are coming from the bush, you can tell because they put a lot of oil on it so that when something scratches, it doesn't scratch the paint, it scratch away the oil. So you can tell this is smuggled vehicle. And you see them pass through the custom.
We want to see the customs work. But for those that are not doing their jobs, we will call them out specifically. So those within that particular sector, the side is talking about that those border towns, Ogun, and where they bring in a lot of all those cars, the rice, the lace, and all that. And those also in the north, we should be able to say, okay, good and fine. Dear Comptroller General, what are you doing with this? And we also get to now see where we have customs in towns that are not close to the border. It should not be. If your people have made a mess at the beginning, don't come to the market to clean it up, or somebody else has bought the mess your people made at the border town. So let's be able to call them out, those ones in those particular places. So if we need to fix that, we'll fix them.
Now, the Nigeria Customs Service, Murtala Mohammed International Airport Command on Tuesday transferred €651,505 and $800,575. That's about 2.28 billion naira to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, as part of an ongoing enforcement drive. Custom Area Controller Chidi Nwokore said the seizure and handover reflects the agency's commitment to enforcing financial regulations and supporting broader anti-corruption efforts. He emphasized that the importance of the interagency collaboration, describing the custom-EFCC relationship as a model of strategic synergy in Nigeria's fight against illicit financial flows. Quite interesting, over 2 billion naira, given back to the EFCC. But they didn't state where it came from, how they got it, and if any arrests were made. What's your thoughts on this?
Arrest might not be made when it comes to cash. This is where the issue is. You are expected to declare once you are crossing borders with over $10,000.
Yes.
You should declare that. But we've seen cases in Nigeria where people are flying with over 100. Now, we've seen cases where people are also getting through our borders with over in millions. Now, for this particular kind of cash, the normal thing to do is they will seize. Then you have to prove that the money is yours and how you get it. Now, it's at that point of proving, when you can't prove they hold and now transfer to the quarters to investigate. So that is what they are doing. They said, calculation naira-wise, 2.281 billion. That's much. So, but at this point in time, once EFCC is involved, then people will be investigated and arrests will be made. But should arrests not be made, that means you are forfeiting it to the federal government.
Quite interesting. Mokhtar, what do you think?
It's a good one. We need all the revenues that we can get, especially and if it comes from illicit money, so be it. And we want to see more transparency. I believe I'm not particularly excited, even though 2.2 billion is a lot of money. I'm not particularly excited because I don't think they should be making headline in the first place. And I believe they can do a lot more. If you go to between Lagos and Oyo State, the express, if you go there and count in an hour, you see the number of smuggled vehicles.
Yes.
It's thousands. It's thousands. So anything that has to do with custom in this country, I'm not particularly excited because they are part of the reason why we have an epilepsy in the industrial sector in this country.
Do you think they're underperforming?
There's no doubt about it. They're underperforming. If we go to any markets now, you find all kinds of smuggled item that is in the markets. And there goes the jobs of teaming Nigerians. Custom is directly responsible for the death of our industries in this country because they allow everything come through our shores. And like I said, you don't need to go to the border communities. Just go from between Ogun, that Lagos-Ibadan Express, between Ogun, just stay there. see the number of cars because there's a border in Ogun State. So the cars pass through that Lagos-Ibadan towards the north, towards the southwest, and anywhere. You see the number of cars. And there are custom checkpoints.
Yes, there are custom checkpoints.
They take you just stay, you see them. All those cars will pass. They don't have the cars that are coming from the port, you can tell because you see the sticker port on it. The cars that are coming from the bush, you can tell because they put a lot of oil on it so that when something scratches it doesn't scratch the paint, it scratch away the oil. So you can tell this is smuggled vehicle. And you see them pass through the custom. So if 20 cars passes, they only seize one. And that one, they might even get bribe and leave him before the end of the day. So anything custom for me, I'm not particularly excited. As long as
let's fall hard on the custom people on that side and not generalize the entire customs.
Okay.
Because the custom, if we also remember, they've doubled on their ability to
some
generate
substandard products recently.
Yes, they do. They can do better. We want to see the customs work, and so we won't completely throw them away. But for those that are not doing their jobs, we will call them out specifically. So those within that particular sector, the side is talking about that those border towns, Ogun, Benin, and where they bring in a lot of all those cars, the rice, the lace, and all that, and those also in the north, we should be able to say, okay, good and fine. Dear Comptroller General, what are you doing with this? And we also get to now see where we have customs in towns that are not close to the border. It should not be. If your people have made a mess at the beginning, don't come to the market to clean it up because somebody else has bought the mess your people made at the border town. So let's be able to call them out, those ones in those particular places. So if we need to fix that, we'll fix them.
So we're talking about surveillance, monitoring.
Surveillance, monitoring, manpower.
That we're going to digitize it. We're going to have some CCTVs and the rest. Even though the new Minister of Defense said at a point before he became minister that we need to actually fence all our borders.
We can't fence all our borders.
Why?
We can't.
China did it.
China did not fence all their borders. They don't have. They have a particular side that is fenced, but they can't fence borders with Russia. You want to kill them.
What about in the north,
fence,
whereby it's just a street or a gutter that separates?
We can't fence okay, now there are, thanks to what happened in Germany, you now separate communities and brothers and relatives and now call them Francophone countries and Anglophone countries. Do you now physically put a border or put a fence between them? They are the same people, even if they were even if they now fall into the hands of different countries when it comes to colonization. But for places where we are having major issues, they are not those places. Where we're having major issues are those border towns where a lot of contraband is entering into this country.
Okay.
Not those places where these normal people are living. And the custom knows, they know those places. Those particular places, some years back, if you remember, some trucks, fuel trucks were leaving Nigeria into those particular places, and the custom person called out, and as of now, I think they are still checking if he's mentally okay.
Wow.
So these are things we need to talk about.
Can we have customs man these borders?
I think that proper revenue from our borders can actually pay for the fencing of our borders.
Fence the entire border, the entire country.
If you have an idea of how many rice comes in, I'm talking just rice, I'm not even talking frozen turkey, comes in through our border every day. How many bags? So now, if they are paying their fair share of tariffs and import duty, it's going to pay for the fencing. How much does it cost to fence a kilometer? You are thinking of it from the angle of we paying from it from our pockets. But if people are bringing in goods and they are paying for it, and that's what we are talking about. If they are paying their due share, that will pay for the fencing. One smuggler, there's a documentary of it on YouTube. One smuggler said he brings in 20 trucks of rice every day into the shores of this country. It's on YouTube. The documentary is a live documentary because the journalist is a investigative
journalist.
He went there with cameras and he was asking, and they say this person, he crosses 200 trucks of rice every day. That's one person, and that is one region. So if you are paying your fair share on that 20 trucks of rice, trust me, in 6 months at most, you will fence that Ogun State axis, because that documentary is based off of Ogun State.
But if we allow rice in, wouldn't that be at the expense of local producers?
No, you cannot. So there should be freedom of trade for people that wants to eat foreign rice. They should be able to eat foreign rice.
All Nigerians want to eat foreign rice.
Hold on, I'm getting somewhere. If you want to eat foreign rice, it's like, imagine we want to export to as a country. So if you say, oh, you are blocking export, then where are we sending our goods to? But what we are saying is that there should be duty on it that will now protect the local manufacturers. So meaning, if you produce your rice for 50,000 naira and you want to ship to Nigeria, Nigeria should charge you extra 20,000 naira. So by the time you are selling in market, maybe you are selling at 80,000. So a Nigerian manufacturer that is producing at 52 will be able to sell his at 60 naira or 65 naira. And you can both coexist in the market. For people that have expensive tastes, let them pay more money for imported products. And for the rest of us that just want good Nigerian affordable rice, we'll buy. But when foreign rice and the local rice sell for the same price, people will definitely go for the foreign rice. So that is what we are talking about. And that is what global trade is about. We protect our local industries, and that's what we are saying. So if the people that wants to eat the foreign rice, they can pay for the fencing of our border, and that will even help them too, because custom has talked about expired rice and bad frozen foods coming through our border. So if we now fence the border and everything that comes through the right channel, because part of the work that custom is doing is they are checking the quality of what you are bringing in to make sure that is healthy for people to consume. So it's win-win. So we make money off of you, and we make sure that the foods that is coming in, the product that is, it's not harmful, it's healthy, it's safe for you.
Okay.
So what do you think?
On the fencing of the borders, I will agree with fence those particular places where these things are coming through.
Yes.
Good. But fencing the entire country, that's a long
So that is possible, or we can't do it?
Right now, there's nothing that we can't do. There's nothing a man can't do. There's nothing humans can't do if they put their minds to it. But that shouldn't be our priority, fencing the entire country. But fencing all those porous borders where we have, be it insecurity, be it smuggling, yes, we can do that. Other countries have also, that's what other countries have to do, where they have immigration issues.
So if we fence some parts and leave some parts open, then
Mr. Chooks, we do have immigration issue.
Okay,
we do have immigration issue. We have issue of that is affecting our industry.
Let me give an example.
We cannot trivialize the unemployment in this country. It's a direct correlation of these borders. Trust me.
Okay, let me give an example. Some part of the American-Mexican border is fenced, thanks to immigration issues. Some part of American-Canadian border is fenced, thanks to industry issues. Now, but not all part of America is fenced. Why? Because nature has, on its own, helped to fencing some other places. Nigeria right now, if you see our borders, a lot of our borders with Cameroon, except if you have the liver of a lion, will you walk through that particular place? But you can't go there with a motorbike or a car. No. But for security reasons, yes, we can fence a whole lot part of the Lake Chad side of it, our Niger side of it, the Ogo side of it. Yes, that can be done using monies from foreign rice. And foreign rice,
northern part.
Yes, foreign rice is not better than our local rice. What issue we have is our local rice is more nutritious than all of it. The issue we have is always the issue of finishing. We don't destone enough, and we don't polish. Even the polishing is not even advisable for health reasons. But that destoning is the issue, and marketing. There is no way of further rice can be compared to any rice from anywhere in the world.
I agree with you.
Anywhere in the world. So it's our ability to finish the product and market it.